play-by-play coverage of the Panthers also being brought by Burger King in Glencoe, Matthews Vossick Construction, Carly Shoes, Glencoe Collision Center, Midwest Machinery Company, Hutchinson Health, Factory Direct Furniture of Hutchinson, Bums Restaurant in Glencoe, Glencoe Own Body Shop of Glencoe, Bank and Trust, Harple Brothers Chevrolet and Buick of Glencoe, and by Waste Management. And now with the play-by-play of tonight's ball, Sports.
And welcome to Stevens Seminary Stadium. Here, the Panthers is trying to right the ship. They've lost the last two. And Albany left on the road. Home, we're just one season, but things will not come any easier tonight. The Holy Family team that last week homecoming gave Delano everything they could handle. Delano to score 10 just to win that game. Beautiful football night for joining us maybe on this Friday night. Do not have Adam Diamond to my left. I have another voice from the past that you may remember doing GSL football if you've been listening for years or decades or anything like that.
Longer.
Something like that. Josh Monahan joins us right now. Well, first off, thanks for joining us. Thanks for stepping in for Adam Diamond, who's out this week. He'll be back again next week, but it's a big matchup here tonight, not only for, of course, the air quote conference / district, whatever you want to call it, but especially for Section 2 AAA. This is a massive game for both of these teams.
Yeah, big game in the section right now. Holy Family by the formula up on GSL. They're up in that 2 seed. Everybody's chasing Jordan right now. They've been the power of the section, but it's really kind of a 4-team race as far as the top 4. A big fall off into those last 3, and I don't see GSL falling any lower than that 4 spot, but it's how far can you climb now that you put yourself in there. Tough road ahead for GSL the rest of the way, not only tonight, but really nothing here as they look to end this back half of the
KARP, as we'll be having a GSL in action 2 weeks here on KARP before the regular season finale on KGLB, and that's where GSL football will be heard the remainder of this season. But the lights are on bright. It's a big game. Panthers going to get ready to take on Fire of Holy Family Catholic. Winner will improve to 3-2 and have a huge win in the tiebreaker when it comes to section standings and everything. Section standings. Loser will have a deeper hole to dig out of. We'll take a 2 minutes come back. We'll get you your keys to the game. Brought to you by Coburn's. We're back in 2 minutes here on KARP.
Whether it's your first home or your next, call the experts at Priority One Metro West Realty of Glencoe. Brian O'Donnell and crew have been helping customers buy and sell their homes and properties for years. When it comes to real estate, go with the experts at Priority One Metro West Realty in Glencoe.
Glencoe Regional Health Services now offers urgent care 7 days a week, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m., even on Sunday. No appointment needed. Please use the hospital entrance at 1805 Hennepin Avenue North in Glencoe. Now offering urgent care, Glencoe Regional Health Services.
Dairy Queen in Glencoe invites you in for a great meal or tasty treat every day of the week. Try their delicious Blizzard of the Month, a full line of brazier foods, meal combos, and more. And don't forget a delicious DQ cake just right for any special occasion. It's all at Dairy Queen in Glencoe.
Dale Cookton here. Never clean your gutters again with Gutter Helmet. Gutter Helmet is the #1 gutter protection system in the world. Couple your gutter helmet with the Glencoe Fascia gutter system for complete protection. Go with the best. Gutter Helmet and Glencoe. Get name brand floor coverings and wait to you with Bergman Interiors. They're the decorating store at your doors, serving customers for generations. They've got you covered. Bergman Interiors in Glencoe, Hutchinson, and Waconia.
If it can be built, make one call to Steve Shower and Sons Construction between Glencoe and Silver Lake. They specialize in cement work, pole barns, reclads, new construction and remodeling. Customers throughout the area. Call Steve Shower and Sons today.
Diesel fuel is diesel fuel, right? Wrong. If you use standard diesel fuel, you should know that switching to Cenex Premium Diesel can make a powerful difference in your trucks and farm equipment. Cenex Premium Diesel from Glencoe Co-op Association is specifically formulated to optimize performance. It's proven to deliver more power and up to 5% better fuel economy. Plus, it contains a special additive formulated for the demands of today's modern engines. To learn more, talk with your certified Cenex distributor, Glencoe Co-op Association.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now time for your Keys to the Game, brought to you by Coburn's here on Hit 106 KARP. Adam Bartles, Josh Monahan with you. Normally I turn and I hand it off to my main man to the left, and I'll do the exact same thing here. A little bit different body size, so I got to get a little bit higher with my mesh points here. So I'm going to hand it off to Josh Monahan to take it away with the Keys to the Game, brought to you by Coburn's.
I'll take it, and it's much easier to hand it to an old quarterback versus Adam Dahman, lineman.
Yeah, lineman.
He doesn't know what to do with the ball.
He's really grabbing for it.
He takes you, the ball, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Everything goes forward with him.
The radio equipment shifts, but keys of the game. Thanks for flipping it over here. And key number 1 for GSL, win the battle in the trenches. And when I say that, I mean on both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively. For this football team and the philosophy they like to play, it starts up front. And when GSL's lines are not, you know what, they always win the battle every play, but when you're constantly getting beat and pushed around, games get sideways quickly. You mentioned it. They've been outscored 76-10 the last 2 games. A lot of that can say it starts with what happens up front, both offensively and defensively. So tonight, try to win those battles or find some areas within those lines to win some battles and give your team some better position. Key number 2, the turnover battle, turnover on downs. This is more of a defensive focus, but help with that field position for your offense. Your offense can use all the help it can right now as a defense. If you're not creating turnovers, help create turnover downs. At least it's a situation where it's 4-down territory, but if you can create turnovers, start punching at that football. Start taking some gambles on some pass plays, some calculated gambles. You don't want to put yourselves in a hole, but give that offense a boost. Give them a short field to work with. Don't always play that field position game where you're constantly punting from your territory. Try to get that field flipped and give both sides of the ball favorable position. One
interesting fact on the season, through the 4 games, GSL on the first drive the opponents had, they've given up 3 touchdowns. All 4 times the opposing team has gotten into the red zone. Watertown Mayor, the only one not to score, because GSL has stopped the team and give the an opportunity to really establish themselves, and GSL has been playing from behind a lot this season because of it.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them playing up over the years. Not a team that's built to play from multiple scores behind. Get behind by 1 score, that's fine. You can play back and forth, but when they get behind by a couple of possessions, that makes it really tough. We move to our 3rd key of the game, key number 3, and that is find some weapons. Right now, you're so one-dimensional as an offense. It makes it easy for a defense to stack up. It makes them easy to really, bottle things up between your ends and your tackles right now. And for GSL offensively, find multiple weapons right now. Showcase 3 or 4 guys in different variety of ways. Keep that defense honest. Keep them true. Get them maybe off the line a little bit. Then your playbook can open up a little bit if you're Scott Chimpley. But when everything's kind of just muddled up between the tackles and you're really not getting a lot of positive traction from that, that makes it sure easy on a defense to pin their ears back and just downs 1 and 2 come at you hard, and then down 3 protect for that pass on a 3rd and long.
Especially last week, we saw that a lot. Albany was trying to shoot blitzes a lot and take away those run plays, and a lot of the time the running backs were hit in the backfield and didn't even have a chance, even on the mesh play with Stifter and Corey Johnson. Anything happened.
And that right there, a lot of Scott Chimpley's playbook, the mesh point, and that's substantially just give a quick pitch to the outside, a quick sweep where you get away from that mesh, but you got to get that defense in those gaps and run blitzing you. And tell you what, just a couple of quick hitters to the outside, screen pass over the top of that, that'll quickly get a D coordinator to drop off of you. But if you're going to kind of keep trying to bang your head against that type of stuff, they'll keep calling it as well, and they'll meet you in the middle and hope for the bigger man to win.
Should be an interesting one. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Coburn's. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll take a 60-second break, come back, get you your starting lineups. We're back after this 60-second timeout on KARP.
Outrageously great buffet. Make sure you stop at Unhinged Pizza. Stop by for their always good pizzas, crazy good chicken, salad bar, and more. Join them for their pizza and pop buffet after every Panther home game for just $7 per person. Plus, have your event catered for any occasion. Treat your family to Unhinged Pizza right off Highway 212 East in Glencoe.
For over 23 years, Johnny Rock's Body Shop has been helping people get back on the road. They'll offer free estimates, work with all types of insurance, and offer a lifetime guarantee workmanship. Johnny Rock's Body Shop, 1 mile south of Glencoe on County Road 2 or at 320-894-7664.
State Farm helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto. Call State Farm agent Larry Anderson at 320-864-5515 today. Larry Anderson, State Farm Insurance, Glencoe.
Welcome back, everyone, to Stevens Seminary Stadium here in Glencoe as we get ready as the pregame show continues to roll on. It's time to get you your starting lineups for tonight. We will get you those starting lineups in just a little bit as we Mr. Mott, not unplug him. Welcome back, everyone, to Stevens Seminary Stadium here in Glencoe as we get ourselves ready for this conference matchup between GSL and Holy Family Catholic. Both teams coming in 2-2 on the season. Adam Bartles, Josh Monahan with you here as we get ourselves ready for this big matchup. Introductions of the starting lineups currently going on. And of course, we've got the big balls of fun. We got the big stakes with fire at the end of it, so that's always safe. That's a fun moment with all the cross-country runners out there, as they'll be running the game ball in. Made the run from Victoria earlier today all the way here to Glencoe, as they like to do for the homecoming game. It's going to be a good one here tonight, Josh.
Yeah, this will be an excellent game here tonight, and an important game for both teams. Both come in at 2-2. Both teams kind of at different parts of the season right now. GSL off that 2-game losing streak, looking to right the ship right now. kind of looking to really grab themselves and find an identity at this point after the first 4 games into this season. Holy Family, the other side of the ball, kind of the opposite, playing their best ball right now and gotten themselves to 2-2. Came off a really tough loss to Delano last week, but have to feel good about a quality loss. And they had it till the end, give up a late touchdown, don't get the victory, but we know how tough of a team Delano is, and Holy Family looks at least in person here as far as size and speed. And talking to Scott Chimpley before the game, I asked him just about their offense, and he said a very good offense, a pro-style offense with good receivers, good backs, and a really good quarterback. So with that offensive line that they have up front with some big fellas coming in at 6'4", 230, 270 pounds, that's a good recipe for success if you're the Fire.
It's going to be a very fun one here tonight between these two teams. We get ourselves ready for this matchup as they also be presenting the colors, so a whole lot of pomp and circumstance going on with homecoming. Normally, Josh, Coach Chimperley is always concerned about homecoming week, but with the last 2 games the way they've been, I don't think it's been quite the big concern as it normally has been coming into homecoming week, especially when you have 2 tough losses the way GSL did. I think that kept the guys really focused in practice. He said it was a great week of practice, maybe the best practice yesterday that they've had all season. Now, a good practice doesn't get you anywhere, but you know what? It's still a good practice nonetheless.
You'll take that versus a crummy one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, the fact that they feel good about their practice, that's always a good sign. But, yeah, you mentioned it where a lot of times that homecoming week can just be one big kind of distraction, and instead – you know, they had enough to think about coming off of the last 2 weeks, so it really didn't matter, I think, what was happening on the outside. It was on the practice field. There was a lot to focus on.
With a good week of practice under their belt, looking to right that ship tonight, and, you know, everyone always seems to get amped up for homecoming, so you know that those gentlemen lined up on the home sideline tonight will have a little extra pep in their step to try to get that victory in homecoming on their home field.
Man, what a crowd we have in the stands, at least on the home side here for tonight's game between Holy Family and GSL's. The captains for the cross-country team are walking the game ball out to the captains for GSL, Corey Johnson, Andrew Rasper, Dean Schwartz, and Gabe Repke. Repke still out, injured shoulder back in week 1. Still out, hopefully going to be back here in the next couple of weeks, but nothing at this time, so they're still working on that as the official game ball has been brought in. And now the presentation of colors will happen onto the field here at Stevens Seminary Stadium. Fans are on their feet. Of course, we'll have the start of this one in just a little bit. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. 3-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll get your game time and temp brought to you by Glencoe Co-op Association. We're back in 3 minutes here.
American Standard and Mueller Sales and Service in Glencoe. Heritage heat pumps warm your home in the winter and cool it in the summer. For complete sales, installation, and service, visit Mueller Sales and Service in Glencoe.
First Minnesota Bank is a proud supporter of GSL Athletics. Whether the Panthers are home or away, bank on the go with the FMB mobile app. Check your balances, make a payment, and transfer money right from your phone. Download FMB mobile on the App Store or get it on Google Play today. Member FDIC. Next to your home, your car is your biggest investment. Don't settle for less. Go with the experts at Pro Auto in Glencoe and Hutchinson. They can handle all repairs to all makes and models from the simple to complex. See the pros at Pro Auto in Hutchinson and Glencoe.
Ashley Furniture Home Store, the #1 brand of furniture in America, now open in Hutchinson. From rustic farmhouse to contemporary living to big family spaces, find your style at any budget. The new Ashley Furniture Home Store in Hutchinson off of Highway 15 next to Best Buy and Target. Ashley Home Store. This is home. Call 320-587-HOME for more details.
Low prices and great selection are what you'll find every day at Coburn Superstore. The freshest produce, freshest meat, a complete line of frozen items, a full-service pharmacy, deli, and convenience store are all available at Coburn's. It's all at Coburn Superstore on 11th Street in Glencoe.
Your home of the Whopper is at Burger King in Glencoe. The Whopper is a quarter pound of savory fire-grilled beef topped with juicy tomatoes, fresh-cut lettuce, mayo, crunchy pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. Order with fries or onion rings and a fountain drink to make it a meal. Treat your family with a stop at Burger King in Glencoe.
No one works harder than Matthews Vashek Construction. Matthews Vashek Construction specializes in remodeling, custom homes, and light commercial work. Visit them on Facebook to find out more. Find experienced carpenters providing quality craftsmanship at Matthews Vashek Construction. You're always a step ahead when you shop at Carly's Shoes in downtown. They carry brands like Red Wing, SAS, Clark's, New Balance, and quality Dansko shoes. Locally owned and operated and serving the area since 1959, it's Carly's Shoes on Main Street, downtown Hutchinson.
Feel your best with a stop at Pure Life Chiropractic and Wellness Center in Glencoe. Hi, this is Dr. Full Chiropractic Services along with Dr. Jordan Carstensen. Visit PureLifeGlencoe.com to find out more. That's Pure Life Chiropractic and Wellness Center on 10th Street in Glencoe.
Diesel fuel is diesel fuel, right? Wrong. If you use switching to Cenex Premium Diesel can make a powerful difference in your trucks and farm equipment. Cenex Premium Diesel from Glencoe Co-op Association is specifically formulated to optimize performance. It's proven to deliver more power and up to 5% better fuel economy. Plus, it contains a special additive formulated for the demands of today's modern engines. To learn more, talk with your certified Cenex distributor, Glencoe Co-op Association.
Welcome back, everyone. Stevens Seminary Stadium as we get ready for this game to get underway between Holy Family Catholic and GSL. It's now time for your game time and temp. 7:01, so starting just after the scheduled 7 o'clock start time. Clear skies, 50 degrees outside right now. A light breeze out of the west, northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll have that throughout the evening. Temperatures are going to start at 50. We're going to be dipping into the 40s. This is, Josh, football weather.
Football weather, frost warning I heard on my way here. You got to get those flowers protected when you get home.
Yes, I have a lot of flowers.
Get the garden covered up.
Yes, all of those things are things I am concerned about. Yes, the
synonymous with football weather, right?
Yes. Well, this time of year, here we go. They've done all the pomp and circumstance. Now it's time to play the game. And the game this year, just as big, if not bigger, than many in recent history for GSL and for Holy Family. Holy Family in their away white uniforms, numbers in the hunter green, that dark green unis for them. The dark green pants, dark green helmets, HF in white number. The tops are white with the green numbers for GSL. It's the home black uniforms, black tops, black pants for them. Silver numbers with the thin piping purple. Silas to kick it off left to right to get this one underway from the 40-yard line. Left to right, the kick is away, and we're underway with this game. It'll be caught along the near sideline, taking it to 10, to the 15, to the 20, and at the hash marks to the 25, and up to the 28, 29-yard line. Before he's finally brought down, that's Nick Hendler with the return. 1st and 10 for Holy Family at their own 29-yard, going right to left across your radio dial or computer screen, however you're listening to us. There are many different ways you can listen.
Yeah, you know, over the years, we've been able to call a couple of these games together. This turns out where I've called a lot of Holy Family games with you, but fun rivalry forming between these two, and always seems to be a big game and a game where you can throw records out that they all kind of know each other's tendency. A pretty good defensive plan for each opponent.
Jacob Zay, the quarterback, off to the fullback, first man through right side. Gets in on that one. Double check. I believe that was O'Connor with the carry across the 30 up to the 20-yard line for 15. That was Hendler with a fullback in that spot. Pickup of 2. He is their leading rusher on the year. 69 carries, 489 yards, and 9 touchdowns on the season for him. Jacob Zay, not a lot of passing, 304 yards passing, but a lot of yards rushing. Almost 300 yards rushing as well on the season. Single setback, 3-step drop, looking to pass, left side Zay. Now he's going to pull it down. Now he's going to run. Big hole up the middle, across the 35 to the 40. Stutter steps in, he outstretches the right arm to the 45-yard line. He'll actually be spotted down to the 44. But first down for Holy Family, and a nice pickup there of 13 on the Zay scramble. And boy, once he cleared out, once everyone went out on their reception routes, there was no one middle of the field. That was a smart move by him.
No, and part of the routine of the player.
Handoff up the middle, right side bouncing at Hendler across the 45 to midfield and close to a first down before he's brought down by Higgins and Moore on that play, but a pickup of 8, and this is exactly what we've seen a lot of so far this season on first drives from the opponent's job.
Hendler took that one to the outside and then really planted the foot, came upfield. He delivered the hit versus the defender taking him down and falls forward for 8.
Second and a short 2, long 1. 2 wide outs to the right, single setback is Hendler. Zay under set. They're going to hand it off. Hendler left side, big, hold a run through left side. And covered up by GSL. It's recovered by Zach Voles, and a big turnover there for GSL.
There's one of those keys of the game. Your defense hopped the ball. It was Going to go for a first down, but the defense puts the hat on the ball, comes out, and Voles alertly jumps on it, doesn't try to scoop it and potentially not get that thing picked up cleanly. He falls on it safely. GSL's offense will take over at their own 43.
1st and 10 going left to right, out Allsleben to the left. It's going to be a shotgun wing.
And running back to his right, low snap, handles it, tries to hand it off, does hand it off to Ruzicka. Nothing found there as that one got blown up. Bad snap, really kind of torpedoed that entire play. A loss of 2 on the carry for Ruzicka.
Yeah, Riley Ruzicka really nowhere to go with that one, and everything just a step too slow with that low snap. Corey Johnson quickly scooped it up and made the quick handoff to Riley, but at that point, no fakes take place, and easy for the defense to just come across and find the ball carrier.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the one going left to right for GSL. Wishbone backfield. Going to hand it off, no play action. Looking to pass, flips out near side through the hands of Higgins. Good defense there on the coverage. Connor Chalmers knocking that one away from him. That wouldn't have been a gain of much had that reception been completed. It's now 3rd and 12.
I like the call, though, early. I think maybe Scott Trimpley is probably just trying to get a read on what this defense is doing and how aggressive they're being. They're pretty aggressive on that little leak out of the backfield for Higgins, but that's a play, too, where it happens so quick. Corey Johnson easily could set up, throw a pump fake now to the flats, and then you could pull upfield here. So maybe them setting themselves up here for something later is you typically don't see GSL go to the pass or shotgun to start off a game like that.
3rd and 12, single wide out to the right, looking for a little bubble screen to Allsleben. He's got it. He's got a wall of blockers, but someone broke through. Allsleben gets the reception. He'll dive forward up to midfield. And, boy, the offensive line did a good job jumping upfield there, but the problem was they didn't get enough hats on bodies. Pickup of 9 on the screen to Allsleben, but not enough for a first down. And that'll bring up 4th down and 3, and the offense will come off the field, and the punt team will come on.
Yeah, I think Scott Trimpley briefly thought about it. Allsleben with a good second effort gets just about to midfield, and instead of potentially not getting it here and going for it, he's going to try to flip the field here and bury Holy Family deep and hope your defense can again come up with a big play.
Voles to punt from his own 38-yard line. One man back to receive at his own 20 for Holy Family. Gets the snap, the punt towards the near side, a little wobbler. They'll call a clear out and nearly hit a player. And GSL will fall on it just in case and down it. As O'Connor was the guy yelling at his teammates to get away, and Nathan Tanucci nearly had that one go off of him. And very fortunate is Holy Family that it did not, and it will be their own ball, but inside the 20-yard line. In fact, looks like the 10 is where they will be spotted. 1st and 10 at their own 10 for Holy Family's second drive game for the Fire.
Good punt for not being a real high floater, one that you don't want it to get to the return man, and then you hope for the right bounce, and there they get it. Rolls down to the 10, almost hits that defender, does not, but Holy Family now looking at a 90-yard field, and if you're Scott Trimpley, that's what you like with your defense here to try to make more plays.
Slanted eye to the right, single wide out to the right, ball left hash, toss left side, or right side, Hendler looking for it, gets it across the 10 to the 15, stiffs arm to the defender, gets across the 20 before he's finally brought down to the 22-yard line. Good job finding the opening. Pick up a 12 and a first down right out of the gate for Holy Family, so they were in the shadow of their own goal, and then one big run just right there. That gets you a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, first time they went fullback, tailback, and they go to a sweep, and that extra lead blocker gets that extra bit of room. Hendler drags the tackler out past the 20, and some breathing room for the Fire.
Connor, the fullback, Hendler, the deep man, single wide out to the right, Zay under center, 3-step drop play action, looking to pass, pressure coming, Baumgarten trying to chase him down from the backside, but Zay finds some room on the far sideline and zips out of bounds across the 25, and just shy of the 30, I believe. They'll spot at the 29-yard line, so a pickup of 6 on that one, and boy, he gets those legs going. He's just flying everywhere.
That was a nice athletic play. He had Brett Baumgartner in his face. He turns and just gets away from him and finds that Holy Family sideline for a gain of 6. But good pressure from the GSL defense, good contain. Zay just athletic enough to get around everybody and hug that sideline for a 6-yard gain.
Check that. That was 84 Austin Barrett who made that chase from the blind side. Under center, going to play action. Rolls to his right now, comes back to the left. He'll flip it to the near sideline. It is caught and held onto on the near side by their big tight end, number 83, Ryan Bolin, and he'll have a first down up to the 39-yard line.
Nice job of securing that one. Andrew Rasp in pass defense, but the big tight end, Bolin, holds onto that thing, falls to the ground. Another big first down, but again, good pressure from the GSL defense, too. They get Zay flushed out of the pocket and now, have a clean pocket just to stand back there and try to pick that apart.
1st and 10 at their own 39, going right to left. 7:50 left to go first quarter on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Shotgun formation, blitz shown. They're going to do a read option, handoff to Hendler up the middle. He's got a big hole across the 45, midfield to the 40, to the 35, playing to the near side at the 30, to the 25, being held up, and Rosichka pops it free. It rolls to the near sideline and goes out of bounds. No one for GSL was left when it ends up at the 12, 45 yards on the run there for Hendler.
Again, ball security, though. Riley Rosichka at the end of that pops it out, but no other defenders around. A couple of Holy Family receivers jumping it as it goes out of bounds, so it's now Holy Family ball at the GSL 11, so just like that, they flipped the field. But, again, a couple of nice reads by Hendler in the middle. He doesn't hit the hole real fast, but plants that foot and then accelerates.
The thing was, you had a double blitz from that
quarterback. And that was the reason there was a big opening there up the gut, as there was no one left once he got past the original line.
Shotgun, 3 wide, 2 right, 1 left. Running back to the right of the quarterback, Zay rolls out to the right side after doing a play action, flips it out to the flat far side, caught at the 12, slips on the wet grass, and falls down at the 10-yard line. Is Bolin, pickup of 2 on that passing catch for Bolin. His second reception of the game. He's got both receptions that Zay has thrown him to.
Another good job by the GSL ends, Baumgartner and Barrett. Especially the end that's over Bolin, when they shed and they're free, they're coming under control, and there Zay had to backpedal. He didn't get to set his feet, but still has a strong enough arm to make that throw for the completion.
Tanucci single wide out to left, I formation backfield. O'Connor dot in the eye. They'll toss it to him. He'll go left side looking for a cutback lane, but there's none to be found because Zach Moore jumps in there and finds it and makes the tackle in the backfield back to the 11-yard line, a loss of 2.
Good athletic play by Zach Moore there. Really not in position to take on the blocker, so works around him, but then still jumps and gets in the hole of Hendler. Wraps him up. Textbook tackle. The NFL would love to see that one, right? Where he wraps him up around the legs. And
it's not a quarterback, so if you make a tackle, it actually
will be rough.
Yeah.
But that's a nice secure tackle with the one-on-one play for Moore.
3rd and 9 at the GSL 11. Zay under center, takes a snap, hands off, right side O'Connor, trying to find room, gets across the 10, falls forward up across the 9 to the 8-yard line, gets the 3 yards back. But now we'll bring a very interesting situation, as I know they do have a kicker, but I didn't see Navy warming up earlier. I don't think he is available tonight, so this is going to make it a 4-down situation. This is where, for GSL, this would be Silas would be running onto the field, and we're going to get a timeout for the Fire. The big 4th down and 5 upcoming, 4th and 6, upcoming for Holy Family Catholic. Timeout, Fire, with 5:57 left to go.
Areas celebrate 30 years of service, quality, and value. Call for your fee and home today.
So a big 4th, Bruce and Deb, for sponsoring your timeouts all season long. Do appreciate that. But a big 4th down upcoming here, Josh. What do you expect to see from Holy Family? Are you going to try and get it to Hendler, get the ball back in his hands, or have Zay drop back and maybe scramble a little bit?
Well, that's the joy, the luxury they have. It's such a balanced attack that they're going to spread GSL out and maybe have a couple of plays called here, and then look where that advantage is for this offense. If you're GSL's defense, I think you have to send pressure right now. Even if there is a mismatch somewhere, you don't want to give Zay that time, but you want to come in under control as well, as we've seen him scramble, and he's very athletic for a quarterback back there.
4th and 6 to the GSL 8-yard line. They can't get a first down without a touchdown. Single wide out, Tanucci to the right. I formation backfield. Zay under center, takes the snap, fakes the toss, gives up the middle. Hendler goes down and up to the 1 line. He'll have another of 7 for Hendler for that position. Line had for him, Josh.
Yeah.
Or you just push for 7 yards on a simple handoff.
But like you mentioned, a little fake pitch just to get that defense kind of off. And from there,
1 yard line.
Hendler, the fullback, they hand it off to him up the middle, powering in, driving his way through, and a touchdown. And the first score of the evening goes to Holy Family Catholic, and they take a 6-0 lead with 5:32 left to go. A 1-yard touchdown run for Hendler, his 10th touchdown of the season.
Good drive by Holy Family. They respond after the early turnover. They get pinned deep from the punt, and they waste time. Just chunk themselves up and down the field. They get one big burst from Hendler, 5-yard run, but
the left. 6-0 lead on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard in favor of Holy Family Catholic over GSL football and KARP after this.
Visit Coburn's for a delicious shopping experience. Experience and enjoy all we have to offer. A delicious dessert from our bake or a juicy steak from our meat department. You will find freshness in every aisle. Coburn's, fresh every day.
90-yard drive, 9 plays, the big raw on the 45 yards from Hendler to get him across midfield and deep into GSL territory. They convert on a 4th and 6, and then punch it in with a 1-yard touchdown run by Hendler. Extra point, no good. 6-0 the lead in favor of Holy Family Catholic on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard with 5:32 left to go, but a nice drive again, Josh, there by Holy Family.
Yeah, and really that was kind of everything they have as far as that pro-style offense. You saw some 3-4 wides. They got the tight end involved, some single back runs, some I formation runs. So, you know, that's the problems they pose for this GSL defense is they're going to give you multiple looks.
Rolling with a squig kick up the gut. Stifter's going to get it as the up man gets it at the 25, barrels forward across the 30 up to the 37-yard line, and that's where GSL will start 1st and 10 at their own 37. 5:28 left to go, so a 3-out on the first drive for GSL. Really looking for at least a first down, if not more, on this drive. Would love to get that score right back, Josh.
Yeah, and you know they've got 2 fields here where they're looking with just about a 60-yard field with Damian Silas. You could talk about a 3-yard field if you get into scoring position, but that's what that offense is right now is start there.
Right side, nothing happening again. Trying to find it with that wishbone back. Give it to a loss of 1 on the carry for Ruzichka. As GSL's offensive woes from last week continue to haunt them here as Holy Family getting through the gaps.
And right now, 2 carries for GSL. Riley Ruzichka with both for negative yards, and that's something you gotta fight the defense off with. You gotta that bubble screen that they called, that middle screen was a great call, something to loosen them up. But right now, they're coming aggressively after your run game.
2nd and 11, handoff, trying to go right side again, and Ruzichka power driven down into the ground for a loss of 1 or 2 on that one. That's big number 68, Jackson Rushmeyer, the 6'4", 270-pounder, making the play, and another loss of 1 for Ruzichka, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 12. So they've tried going to the ground, but boy, both times that play is spiked by Jackson Rushmeyer in the middle.
Yeah, tough assignment to block Rushmeyer, and he's a man amongst boys out there just breathing over the ball right now, chopping at the bit here on this 3rd and 12, and that's what GSL can't get into is this one-dimensional predictability of right now being in a 3rd and 12 situation.
I formation backfield timeout called here by GSL. 17 left to go in the first quarter. 6-0 lead in favor of Holy Family Catholic on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Timeout, Panthers.
And again, this timeout is brought to you by Bruce and Deb of Bergman's Interiors, serving the Hutchinson and Waconia areas with name brand floor covering and window treatments direct from the mill. Cabinets.
We're seeing a lot of what we've seen the last 2 weeks. Of course, Delano had a really good D tackles on their team. Last week, Albany their guys were shooting through on the line of GS. But boy, that's 2 run plays that had no chance of being successful, Josh,
Yep.
just the way that the defense was firing through.
And if you're Scott Tripley, you can't scrap your offense. You got to straighten, but so much comes from between those tackles that's what's making it tough, because now for 3 straight weeks we've seen defenses just fire through the man-on-man, hitting a gap and just disrupting things. We always get that, but they're completely disrupting that GSL offense. Whether GSL can somehow spread teams out, if they have to go shotgun, they don't have an answer right now when there are just too many bodies up front.
Wishbone back on this thing, gets some time, rolling to his right. Line complete. Receiver O'Connor got a hand on it, knocked it down along the near sideline, and it's going to be another 3 for the offense of GSL. And that's here drive number 2 of this game, Josh.
No, and it's early, but look at that third. They had to go wishbone double tight, and I think that's to give Johnson time to get that throw off. He was comfortable in the pocket, but with this defensive line of Holy Family, they had to kind of go max protect on that, and only Higgins was the receiver on that route.
Low snap to Vols, gets away, a low line drive. Now O'Connor on a knee at the 36-yard line, and that's where Holy Family Catholic will start 1st and 10 at their own 36 with 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. The Glencoe score reads Holy Family 6, GSL 0. GSL's offense 2 3-and-outs so far. Holy Family's moved the ball both of their first 2 drives, of course, a 90-yard touchdown drive the last time.
Yeah, if you want to find a negative for Holy Family, it's been ball security. There are a couple of times that put it on the turf. GSL has one turnover. The second one, covered by his own teammates, was going to go out if they didn't get to it. But ball security, that's one thing. And if you're the defense for GSL, that's one thing you want to emphasize now. Get after that ball. Rip after it. Try to help your offense with a short field.
Connie will set back. They're going to action, roll back. 7-step drop. Zay is going to tuck. He's going to run far side. Help hard stiff arm there on Rosichka, but able to run him out and hem him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A pickup of 5 for Zay on that play. And it seems to me, Josh, that he's got maybe a 1 or a 2 read play in mind for Zay, and then once that is gone, just run. Yep. Go nuts.
Yeah,
go. Find a hole.
He's not a standing duck back there at all, and 1 or 2 pumps of the football back there. If he doesn't see something he likes, he runs, and there he runs about 25 yards to get 5, but that's the athleticism. He can make guys miss.
Shotgun 3 wide, handoff, Handler, and they come just blitzing in. Check that, O'Connor. Picks up 1, but a good job pinching in defensively from the ends there, Josh, to make the tackle. Just a gain of 1 for O'Connor.
Yeah, and again, Zach Moore in there to finish it off, but started up front for GSL there. The lines, the D tackles really pinched and held their ground. That time not getting pushed back. Short gain sets GSL's defense up here now with a 3rd and 5 they have to defend against.
3rd and 4 for Holy Family. Shotgun, 3 wide, 2 left, 1 right. Ball's just to the right of center of the field. Running back to the left of the quarterback, Zay. Takes the waist-high snap, rolls to his left, looking, has time, near side, incomplete. Short arm, then short hopped. Not able to make the catch on the near side is Logan Rasmussen, and that will bring up 4th down, and have to assume the punt team's going to come out for Holy Family, but they're going straight back to the line of scrimmage here.
They saw something. Those coaches started signaling immediately and really fast, and we'll see if it's all a bluff or if they actually have a play called, and they do like to punt out of this as well.
Zay, and he's a little bit further back, too, in the shotgun. GSL's got to make sure they hold their water here. Don't jump. They will get the punt away for Zay as no one's back for GSL. Far sideline, 25. Takes a nice fire roll inside the 20 to the 15 and down to the 12 line is where GSL will start their next drive. 1st and 10 at their own 12 with 3:09 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. 6-0 the lead in favor of Holy Family, but GSL will have their 3rd drive of the game, still looking for their first down.
I like that call for Holy Family there. You get your offense back to the line quick. Maybe take one last look, see if you got any mismatches. You maybe gamble and go for it. If you don't, you're putting the ball in the quarterback's hands again. He gets off a quick kick and now buries GSL their offense in their own territory.
He was, instead of about 4 yards back, was about 6 yards back in that shotgun snap. They're going to put a man in motion, mesh play, handoff up the gut with it. Stifter actually have
and up to the 18-yard line. Pick up 5.
Say 5.
5.
Huh? We'll give him 5
on that carry.
He was the leading rusher last week, was Stifter in their game against Albany. Brings up a 2nd and 5. Ball center of the field. 1 wide out each side. Higgins to the right, Allslavin to the left. Single setback is Stifter. Put a man, Rosichka, in motion. Handoff, mesh play up the gut again. Pulling it out of the gut this time as Johnson tries to fight for yardage. Gets it close to the 19.
And a 3rd and manageable for GSL the way this is going.
And 3, and they've been mostly 3rd and 5 plus the 2 drives of this game on 3rd down.
Yeah, only, but with this defensive approach of kind of run blitzing and bringing all the bodies, you get to that 2nd layer, and now there's a lot of space. So if they can just crack one or stay after it here, find one.
Allslavin
get some
yardage. Set to the right. A lot of white jerseys in that path. Tanucci got a hand on it, but there were about 3 or 4 guys, and only 1 wide out to the near side was Allslavin. Incomplete. And 4th down, and the punt team back out onto the field. That's 3 3-and-outs for GSL to start the game offensively.
Defense really closed it. Johnson, they found that one receiver in the route, which was Allslavin, and just converged on him. They all got there about the same time as the ball. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
4th and 4. They get the snap back to Vols. He'll get the this one starting at the GSL 31, and the GSL offense still sputtering here at this point, Josh.
Yeah, and here's the plan coming to fruition here for Foley family with that quick kick last time. Banking on getting a 3-and-out or a punt from GSL, and now starting from the 31 in GSL territory.
Tanucci single wide out to the right, I formation, backfield toss right side. Handler trying to find room, gets tripped up. Nice job by Zach Moore to make that trip up, tackle him, and bring him down at a 30-yard line.
Yeah, Zach Moore, helmet right to the shin or knee, and he laid down for a second, got helped up, and now you can see him kind of walking things off, too. That one stung a little bit, but I think it surprised him as much as Hendler, too. Hendler did not notice little Zach Moore down low near his legs and completely took him off his feet.
He's listed generously at 5'6".
Usually add a few inches, right?
Give a couple pounds, too. I formation, backfield, 2nd and 9. 3-step drop, looking to pass right, now left. Now he's looking to pull it down and run. Keeping the pocket, though. Good job by the defense. And now finally run it far side.
30 to the 25. Spot at the yard line for Zach.
He waited a long time on that one, Josh. Good defensive coverage down the field, and a good job by the D-line to maintain their position. Play.
Yeah, he tried a couple of different times and kept himself behind the line of scrimmage, and I really think just watching Zay there for how comfortable he looks, I think he was well aware that he had some linemen downfield late, so he had to tuck and run. He was looking to pass for his long.
Wide out to the right. Formation backfield.
Back off of center, and he'll power across the 25, close to the 20. He's going to be close to a first down. I think he will have it on that 35. Wow.
Everyone got stood up about a yard into that play, and the pile drug 4 yards, fell down, and now they're going to get a measurement for this one.
This is the first measurement we have had in a GSL game this season. Nope, they're going to call it a first down. That would have been the first measurement. That would have, but they called a first down, pickup of 5 for Hendler. And another first down, and the clock rolling here as we're final minute of the first half. 1st and 10 at the GSL 21-yard line, going right to left. 2 wideouts left. Single setback is Hendler. Zay under center. Takes the snap. Handoff. Hendler left side. Trying to find room. Spins off the first tackler. Flag on the play. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1, but a flag on the play in the area you would have to guess of holding. It was in the backfield.
That's going to be my guess.
They haven't picked it up to move it to a specific spot yet. Class sells at least on the defensive players, so my gut is pretty good on this.
Yep, we're going to hold.
Yep. Holding on Holy Family Catholic.
No play clock tonight, huh?
Play clock's
functioning properly.
They came out Saturday, fixed it. Worked Saturday, worked Monday, didn't work the rest of the week.
Temporary fix.
Looking for by GSL. We're down on the 6 seconds
for here. AARP.
Outdoor and snow equipment, they have you covered all year long. For more, visit RecTechOutdoorSolutions.com. It's all at RecTech Outdoor Solutions in Plato. Looking like new with a stop at Glencoe Collision Center, specializing in collision and accessories. They offer and we're all insurance companies. Check out their Facebook page to find out more. Trust the experts at Glencoe Collision Center. If you've always wanted to own the very best of something, visit your local John Deere. John quality lives in everything they build. Don't put off that dream of owning the best. After it during deer season at your local John Deere dealer, Midwest Machinery Company of Glencoe, Stewart, and Howard Lake.
Mumford Sanitation has been providing professional garbage and refuse surrounding areas. 1925. They offer roll-off containers for construction and cleanup, and they provide commercial, industrial, rural, and residential service. Visit MumfordSanitation.com.
Back to action here. Quick hand off O'Connor right as we are back to action. Handoff O'Connor bouncing it right side, cuts it inside the 25 and up to the 23-yard line. On the play, getting back most of that holding call that they had on first down. It is Now going to be 3rd and 12 for Holy Family at the GSL 23-yard line, going left to right here in the second quarter of action. Adam Bartles, Josh Monahan with you here. Stevens Seminary Stadium Homecoming 2018. The stands are full on the near side. Great crowd on hand here tonight in Glencoe. Shotgun 3 wide, 2 left, 1 right. Ball in the right hash. Running back O'Connor to the left of the quarterback Zay. Zay gets the snap. Looks, throws over the middle. Ball is caught. If that's held on to by Bolin, that is an amazing touchdown catch by the tight end, Ryan Bolin, over the middle, over and through a defender to make the
and kind of back on that play where Andrew Rasford punched a few times at his earlier catch. Good ball security there. He goes up, gets both hands on it, and just sort of rips it away from a defender's. Takes it down, comes away with it. A big touchdown for Holy Family, now going for 2.
Going to go for 2. They missed the earlier extra point. Shotgun, 3 wideouts, 2 left, 1 left, 2 right. That's Tanucci going in motion to the right side. They'll roll right. Zay looking to throw. He's going to now tuck it, saw cut back lane, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, with 11:15 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard in the first half, the score reads Holy Family 14, GSL 0. We're back in 30 seconds. ARP.
Hutchinson Urgent Care is 7 days a week for athletic and sports injuries as well as general health issues. Urgent care means better access to the immediate care you need. Find out more at hutchhealth.com.
I'm going to have to figure out
Hutchinson
stuff to
Health
do
regular
after
clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5.
At Factory Direct Furniture, we guarantee you will pay less. Plus, we give you more choices. Choose your style and custom order with hundreds of fabrics and leathers. Over 150 recliners in stock and over 40 mattresses on display, all at the guaranteed lowest price. Located on Hutchinson on Highway 7 East, Factory Direct Furniture. More choices, truckload pricing. Call 320-587-SAVE for details.
Welcome back, everyone, to Stevens Seminary Stadium. A 31-yard drive goes 6 plays, ends with a 23-yard touchdown pass from Zay to Bolin. The Zay 2-point conversion run is good, makes it 14-0 in favor of Holy Family Catholic over GSL with 11:50 to go in the half. They'll kick it off to right. Will Mark Roan for Holy Family. Another squib kick up the middle, picked up by Stifter at the 30 to the 35. Lowers the shoulder, gets a hit a guy. He enjoys that every time. And up to the 39-yard line is where GSL will start 1st and 10 at their own 39.
If you're a bet man, I would bet that's exactly what he does. Straight up field, finds the first group of white defenders and tries to run them right over. But a couple of nice alert plays for him on kick return to give GSL's offense a pretty good starting position.
Generous spot.
Near the 40 both
moved
times.
Up to the 40 now. I formation backfield for GSL. 3 outs offensively for them. They trail 14 to 9. Oh my goodness, that play up in the backfield. Fumble by Stifter on the mesh play. And who gets it? GSL falls back on it. Maybe that was just the mesh play that they got blown up before it even had a chance. A loss of 3 on the play. Johnson ended up falling on that one, and that play looked like Holy Family was in the huddle with GSL because they jumped, almost everybody jumped through the line.
They were in a 44 defense. At the end, all of them came. They blew that thing up completely. Show it again here.
Wing T band off, mesh play blown up again. Handed off, though, this time to Stifter, and no gain on the play. And this is nothing. This is the engage. Just engage 8 every time until your opponent figures out how to stop it.
Yep, you're same, right? Play.
Yeah.
That's the big one. Repeat. Right now, you can anybody. They're just going right to the backfield, and they're blowing things up. And all it'll take is one play. GSL just has to find that play right now. Is it something right over the top of that play? Is it a quick hitter to the outside? Is it a hard count? Get these guys to jump. Something just to get them to back off a little bit.
15 shotgun. Johnson takes a snap. Blitz comes from the line. Sends away. Looks. Throws far side towards Higgins. Complete. Had Higgins caught it, he would have been well short of the first down anyway as he was diving back for it.
Yeah, that's 25 jumped through that 15. Or the 35.
35 and back.
He ended up off a tough throw. He's just looked kind of hobbled since then. But another two. So set to find one play, one thing to loosen things up right now. And so far, they have it.
So far for GSL in this game. Voles again to punt. His fourth punt of the game. A high punt this time. O'Connor bobbles it, holds on to it at his own 35, but an immediate tackle on the return. Great job there. I think Higgins made that in the first half. Holy Family leading 14-0 over GSL. GSL yet to get a first down in this game.
It's just puzzling, isn't it?
It's not something you see every
day.
You
don't see it every day.
And for Holy Family, their defense, it's not, like we said, the first two plays. It was just engage 8. Go.
Yep.
Sit out near side. Good job by open field. And Handler and him immediately pick up.
Himself a nice game on the defensive side. They're in some space. One-on-one, but tackle goes for a 4, but it was a lot of green after that, and he makes the sure-handed tackle there, and he's been in a lot of tackles on defense.
Jacob Sheik checking into the defense line in the spot of Austin Barrett. Shotgun, 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Ball in the right hash, running back to the right of the quarterback, Zay. Takes a snap, it's Hendler. Handed off to Hendler, up the middle, trying to find room across the 40, up to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 3 for Hendler on the carry. Clock rolling, first half, 14-0, Holy Family leading over GSL. And now more subs coming in, or at least rotating guys in on that defensive line. Nathan Warner checking in on the defensive line for GSL. And this big 3rd and 3 for Holy Family. Going left to right, leading 14-0. Shot right, 2 left, 1 right, ball in the right hash. Hendler to the right of the quarterback, Zay. GSL showing blitz from the outside. They don't bring it a 4-man rush in time. Look, flip, over the middle, Bolin again! Away, incomplete, contact, no call. Maybe a little bit of a break there for GSL, but Bolin nearly had made another spectacular play, but instead incomplete, 4th down for a Holy Family, and they'll keep their offense out there as Zay is their punter anyway. For 3 from the old 42-yard line.
Just underthrown a little bit. You really can't fault the defender there. Bolin just got down, but Zay didn't get enough on it. Now GSL will realign here in case Zay decides to punt.
Now Schwartz zips back as the coaches were yelling for him to go back. Zay takes the snap. The punt is away. Boy, that's a high, booming punt. Over the shoulder, rolling inside the 5-2 to the 1. Did he keep it alive? No. Touchback.
Oh.
Almost made a spectacular play down the field. Did Holy Family, and that one just about saved. Was that Hendler? I can't tell exactly who that was that nearly made a great line. But instead, it's a at their own 20 for GSL.
Yeah, that was an excellent play, and about a half. Boy, GSL could have really been in some
pinned down inside their.
Instead, they get a free shot out here at the 20. A little bit of breathing room, but let's see now if Scott Trimpley can dial something up here just to get that defense to back off.
All-Slavin single wide out to the right, wing T backfield. Johnson, our center, got the defense to jump, and there they go on the hard count. Was he? Yep, he knocked the offensive lineman back, so that's going to be 5 yards for GSL. And Coach Shimperly mentioned they've been working on going on 2 this week a lot, trying to make sure they don't jump, and thinking this aggressive defense for Holy Family might be susceptible to it. There's the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, and I think you could probably change your canes here now every other play. If your team can be disciplined enough, that'll just get Holy Family going. And now they have to sit back a little bit with their movement. Versus
1st and 5, hard count, handle, still lowering the shoulder, driving forward up to the 30. He'll have enough for the first down of the game, I believe. It is first down. No need to measure because the ball started at the 20.
The lines don't lie, do they?
Nope. It's an easy math on that.
You don't need the like in the NFL last year, that index card.
Oh my goodness!
Slide in between.
Use whatever you got, I guess.
Yeah, reach in your pocket.
1st and 10 at their own 30. The first down of the game for GSL comes with 7:40 left to go in the first half. Hand off, teams run left side with it. Higgins, first carry of the game for Will Higgins. Gets bottled up and in a crummy to the 31, a pickup of 1 on the carry for Will Higgins. One interesting. Higgins only had 2 carries. That's his first one here tonight. He's a guy that you got to try and get the ball to one way or another, and just haven't been able to give him the ball the last 2 weeks.
And that's been one of our keys of the game here earlier in our pregame was to keep that, having to focus all your potential ball carriers. Wealth. Don't let them keep just one or two.
That's the left side. Johnson, good stiff arm across the 35. Close to 40. He's going to be close to a first. Johnson now bound the line. Pickup of 8 on the play. And the ends for Holy Family, who were pinched in on that play and worked perfectly. Great read by Johnson.
Big Crown and Johnson saw that immediately and pulled that ball. Put that ball on the left hand. Delivered a couple of good stiff arms with the right. Got himself some. Now sets up GSL for a very short third down play.
Third, about a half yard. Wing T backfield, no wideouts. Keep ball trying to go left side, extended the ball out and then fumbled it. Ball loose, recovered by Holy Family. Johnson's trying to say he was down.
Referees are going to discuss it.
Officials are going to talk about it. It was recovered by Holy Family, and it is a fumble and a fumble recovery by Holy Family. Rushmeyer comes out of the pile with it.
Boy, and maybe for GSL, the disheartening part there was absolutely stuffed on a quarterback sneak.
And the defense wasn't set.
They weren't set, and they still stuffed it, and then that was Johnson's second effort, just trying to break the play in there, trying to break the 40-yard line. He would have if he could have held on to it or just slammed that ball to the ground and kept his top hand on top of it. But it dribbles away, and a tough call, maybe a 50-50 call. That could go either way. Instead, it's turnover, Holy Family in GSL territory.
At the GSL 40, Tanucci single wide out to the left, I formation backfield. Got a fullback, got a lineman as the fullback. Handoff, O'Connor left side, steps through 2 tacklers. Now stiff arms another, gets across the 35 to the 32, but a flag down in the backfield, and that one is coming back. Great run by O'Connor, split through 2 defenders of GSL right at the line. But it will be negated thanks to a, I believe, hold call coming against Holy Family. That's going to really back them up. It's a spot foul from the 45. So they'll go back onto their own side of the 50. Will Holy Family, thanks to that penalty.
Those are devastating. Those holdings really back you up. Nice, crafty run there by O'Connor. Made about 4 different guys miss. Did a good job of to keep his footing. We've seen some guys slipping around out there as it gets a little cooler.
Dew setting in on the field on this cool evening.
All for nothing now. They're faced with a 1st and
25.
25.
Yeah, it's a good amount of the field. Say a quarter of it if I was being specific.
This may be a team that has a play for this. Holy Family with their balanced attack.
Zay under center. Deep man in the eye is Hendler. They're going to hand it on. Play action, roll out to his left. Having time, Zay flips it out. Bolin bobbled and dropped. He was open across midfield. He's going to get a decent gain on that one, maybe 10 to 15 yards of that chunk back, but instead could not hold on to the pass off the fingertips. And for a guy that's made a couple of spectacular catches tonight, I guess you can shrug your shoulders and go, okay, not our turn that time.
Yeah, he kind of looked at both hands, 2 running back, maybe 2 wide open, right, when you realize you got nobody near you, and he's probably turning to run with it before he had it, and a lot of room to run, like you said, would have went 10 or 15 sideline, but falls incomplete, so fortunate event for GSL here to.
2nd and 25. GSL shows blitz. Moore coming free on low hit there. Ball tipped into the air and no, incomplete. Moore came in and went right on the thigh of Jacob Zay, and he'll definitely feel that Charlie horse as he took a clean shot from Zach Moore on that one. It'll be 3rd and 25 for Holy Family as Zay got up just fine on that one.
You're seeing good fundamentals here from Zach Moore. He went for the sure thing right there. If Zay pulled that ball down or saw him at the last second and tried to shake him, it wasn't happening. If he tries to hit him high and to deliver that hit, he may bounce off of that and keep the play on. But a nice play and a nice blitz from
3rd and 4 guys out, 4-man rush. Zay has time, running up the gut, bounces it to the near sideline, gets to midfield, across the 45 and out of bounds, across the to the 44 of GSL. Pickup 11 brings up 4th down, but Zay, boy, just making it up sometimes as he goes there, Josh.
Yeah, again, like you mentioned early on, it's 1 or 2 reads, and then the second he doesn't see anything good with those 2 reads, it's find a lane, and from there he's still looking to pass as long as he can. So that defense really has to decide when they can commit to him, and sure is dangerous either through the air or on his feet. And again, they're a deep shotgun with the ability to punt, but if he sees a mismatch, I won't be surprised either with Schwartz back.
Schwartz is way back as if it's a punt play. Zay It's a 4th and 14. Takes a snap, looking to pass, has time, flips it out, far sideline, ball caught, has a man, has first down, and room across the 20, spins out of a tackle by Schwartz and up to the 15-yard line. They go for it there on 4th down as Connor Chalmers gets his first reception of the game all the way down to the GSL 14, a pickup of 31.
There's my point. As wide as this field is, you're man-to-man. Zay knows it. His receivers know it. They know they've got a good enough route to just shake that defender loose and secure that catch. They got a little space to wiggle and move. There he does. Makes 2 defenders miss. Gets all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 of the GSL 14. Ball in the left hash. Zay, handoff up the middle. Hendler staying patient, waiting for the hole to happen. Does not. Still never went down. Popped up to the right side. Didn't find any extra room. Pickup of 2.
On a pile of guys and alertly realized he wasn't down yet. Kind of popped out of there again, but GSL's defense swarming and all over him. They hold him to a gain of 2, but big series here for the GSL defense as this first half gets close to winding down. You don't want to go down 3 scores.
Holy Family converting on a 4th and 14
with about a 7-yard route too.
Yep.
That's the confidence that they ran that play with, really knowing it's one-on-one and you just want your man to win that battle.
2nd and 8, shotgun, 3 wide, 2 right, 1 left. Zay takes a snap, gonna pump fake, then run up the gut with it across the 10. Steps out of a couple of tackles, gets up to the 5. He's gonna be close to a first down, if not have it. And it looks like he will play on that play. It is enough for a first down, a pickup of 9.
He's not the fastest, but he's pretty crafty with the steps and the routes he's taken. And doesn't ever stay on a straight line, that's for sure. A lot of cutting, a lot of juking. But just like that, he has his team down inside the 5-yard line with a new set of downs.
4:40 and counting left to go. 14-0. The Glencoe Light Power score 4. Ball on the left hash. Zay under center. Tanucci single wide out to the right. D-man O'Connor in the I formation. They'll toss it. Fake the toss to him. Zay keeps it. Pulls. Bootleg left side. Across the 5 and to the 1-yard line. He'll be just shy of the end zone.
Just a fake sweep one way, and Zay completely boots out of it. GSL defense right on it, but he's still athletic enough to jump and dive. He gets down to the 1, and now they're quickly up to the line.
And Zay will keep it up the middle. Touchdown! Has extended the lead to 20-0 over GSL.
Quickly, GSL's done that to teams in the past, too, when they're feeling it and feeling good. That offense quickly gets up to the line. They get that extra push. Their Holy Family sensed it on the 1-yard line. Quickly line up. They pinch in. Zay follows his horses in for the touchdown. And now they are going to try another extra point kick here. So
Roan on for the extra point. Check that. They switched it out. It was Mark Roan earlier.
Is that
Carver Casper?
Oh, he wasn't ready.
Up, it's good, end over end kick. It's through the uprights, and it is good with 4:04 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Score now reads Holy Family 21, GSL 0. You're listening to Panther Football on KARP.
Mom's Family Restaurant in Glencoe offers daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. And don't forget about their famous beef commercial, rated the best beef commercial in the state by WCCO TV. Mom's Family Restaurant in Glencoe, where made from scratch is their recipe.
Save money through energy efficiency and energy conservation rebates. Visit the Glencoe Light and Power Commission website at glencoelightandpower.com to get started. Proud to serve you and to support our local schools and students. It's the Glencoe Light and Power Commission, a leader in renewable energy and energy conservation.
40-yard touchdown drive thanks to the turnover on the fumble by Johnson. They get into the end zone. 8 plays later, 1-yard touchdown run by Zay. His first rushing touchdown, extra point from Carver, up and good, 21-0. Lead in favor of Holy Family Catholic over GSL in the Fire. They're bouncing on their sideline. GSL, Daubers and heads are down right now, and this is a continuation of the last 2 weeks for the Panthers right now, if you're looking at it from that way. Roan to kick it off, left to right for Holy Family. They've done squib kicks up the gut. Stifter's gotten the last 2 returns. This time, Roan will actually kick it away. Schwartz will catch it back at the 10. Cut it back to the middle of the field towards the near sideline to the 15, to the 20. Following his blockers to the near sideline at the 25, and brought down at the 28-29 yard line First and 10 at their own 29 for GSL, and now the emphasis to get that offense rolling has never been bigger. With 3:57 left to go in the first half, Josh. Not saying this is a must-score drive, but GSL will get the ball first in the second half. If you can combine these two, you can make this a game again. But right now, it does not appear so at this point. Down 21-0.
No, and right now, like you said, maybe even if you don't score, but a couple of first downs.
Handoff up the gut, looking for room. Not much to be found. Met at the 30-31-yard line is Stifter. Pickup of 2 on the carry.
A couple of first downs and chew up the rest of this half would cure some of what's been ailing you the last couple of weeks. Something to build off of into that second half. Ideally, if we've seen GSL over the years do it many times, use this last possession, get a score right before half, come out again with that ball, and not in position now to put any type of game away, but able to instantly climb back into this one if they can put 2 good drives together.
2nd and 8, mesh play, pull it out the gut, bounce it left side as Johnson gets across the 30 up to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 5 on the carry for Corey Johnson.
That play's had pretty good success for GSL, and it's getting away from those D tackles, getting away from that A gap right now. It's Johnson to the outside. It's been at least good for 5. But, again, quickly GSL with a 3rd and 4 now and a big spot of downs here.
Allslavin single wide out to the right. Wishbone backfield handoff right side. Ruzicka finally gets some good blocking there. Gets it across the 40 and up to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 9 for GSL, and that's the first carry really of this game that we've seen a nice hole for the running back to run through, Josh.
Yeah, all 11 offensive players there won that play. Power football. Riley Ruzicka got tucked in between his blockers. Pile carries for 7 yards. They get a first down. Move out towards midfield here, and Scott Shipley can open the playbook up a little bit now with just a couple of minutes left here as they get closer to pay dirt.
Wishbone backfield. Johnson under center with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half, trailing 21-0. Play action, rolling out to his right. Pressure coming. Still rolling to his right. Here comes Rushmeyer. Throw deep. Underthrown. Coming back is Higgins to knock that one away from O'Connor, who was set up underneath on that pass. Nearly would have had the interception had Will Higgins not come across.
Yeah, Higgins did a good job alertly. Got himself so far downfield, he saw that throw coming in underthrown and went into defender mode there and just got his hands on it as well. Deflects it out of play. GSL lives to see another down.
2nd and 10. Saw Marielle sprint across the far sideline. Not sure if someone's hurt for Holy Family and she needs to go and help them out with. Single wide out, Allslavin to the left. Going to hand off, trying to go left side with it. Looking for a hole to bounce through is Higgins. Gets it across the 45 up to the 47. Just a pickup of 2 on the carry for Higgins. The clock continues to roll here in the first half. 2:05 and to go, but 2 timeouts left for both sides. And if you're Holy Family, you're okay with this because you got some big play offensive guys on that sideline that can make plays happen in a quick fashion.
Yeah, I thought maybe they would use one there, but I think they're going to see what they do on this play and then save them for offense, which I don't disagree with either, but only chews up about 20 seconds off the clock here between running the plays.
Wishbone backfield, hard count. Get the defense to hold on, and a handoff. Higgins with it. Got a first down across midfield to the 45 and up to the 41-yard line, and a big first down for GSL on the 3rd and 6. They pick up 10.
Oh, there's the first misdirection we've seen now. Like we mentioned, Scott Trimpley starting to find those plays in the playbook. They're not trick plays, but it's something different. It's a hold. Defense is flowing one way. They strike with Higgins the opposite way.
Players sprinting off the field as GSL was hurrying up, and Holy Family is going to have to burn a timeout here with 1:29 left. So GSL with a little hurry-up offense caught the fire off balance. 21-0. Holy Family leading over GSL. 1:29 left to go in the first half. Timeout. Fire.
This timeout is brought to you by Bergman's Interiors, serving the Glencoe, Hutchinson, and Waconia areas. Bruce and Deb got you covered with floor coverings, window treatments, cabinets, and Cambria countertops. Call for your free in-home appointment today.
Appreciate Bruce and Deb for sponsoring timeouts all season long. GSL trailing 21-0, but as you mentioned, Josh, finally found a play there. That counter finally worked. They're starting to become a little bit of holes in it. I think going that hard count has now forced Holy Family to kind of sit back. They're not able to just to come guns blazing right at the quarterback.
I think we've seen about 4. They've jumped on that first one, but now we've seen the defense flinch 3 different times, and that's just enough for the offensive tackle now to get underneath their pads, get them pushing backwards, and we're seeing positive yardage for the Panthers. But I still would like to see Scott Shipley just open it up more. What that is, I'm not exactly sure, but I like the counter call. we still haven't seen anything real quick to the outsides, and I think that would really loosen this defense up. Maybe spread them out a little bit as well if you're GSL.
1st and 10 at the 41. Handoff right side. Ruzicka across the 40 up to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 5. They're going to hurry up to the line once again and run a play here as GSL. Clock rolling. They're up to the line quickly. GSL handoff again. Ruzicka right side. Runs into his blocker, Stifter, and gets stuffed on that play. No gain. They try to catch him. Not ready, and instead GSL not ready to make that play as Stifter had to make a block in the backfield, and that's exactly where Ruzicka was trying to make a cut. Did not work out. We're under a minute left to go in the first half. 3rd and 6 for GSL. Wishbone backfield. Johnson under center. Handoff, second man through, left side with it. Higgins trying to find room. Gets across the 35, up to the 30. Timeout. Just move the chains. A pickup of 7 for Higgins on that carry. Clock stops to move the chains. Is GSL going to use a timeout? They will not. Clock rolling, 45 seconds left to go. They got 2 timeouts left. GSL 1st and 10 at the Holy Family 30-yard line. Allslavin single wide out to the right, wing T backfield. 35 on the play clock. Mesh play. No, he's going to roll to the right. Looking to pass is Johnson. Still looking. Now he's getting flushed out. Flips it. Far sideline, incomplete. Higgins, the intended receiver, the field. But I don't think he was, Josh, I don't think he was able to step into that throw like he would have wanted to.
He felt that backside pressure, couldn't ever get the feet set, and just moving on the run like that, he would have never gotten enough on that ball. But there he just flips it out of bounds. That play cost GSL about 18 seconds, though, from when the chains got set. And I think Scott Chimpley would have liked it to have been called and up to the line a little quicker. But really, too, you want to smother this half regardless if you score or not. So GSL, pending any big turnover, should end the half with the ball. And maybe even a shot at a Silas field goal here.
5-step drop, screen again for Allslavin, couldn't reel it in. And, there were 2 defenders pinching in just in case he did make that catch. They kind of worked their ways around where the offensive line had vacated the area. So another incompletion. And we'll bring up at the Holy Family 30-yard line. A bad idea, not able to get the execution the way they wanted right now, Josh.
And Corey Johnson really tried to coax that line and then kind of lobbed it over them. Maybe shave a second off of that and just get it to also get a room to make some moves, but he had to really wait for that floater.
Shotgun 3, flipped out far side, caught Christiansen enough for a first down at the 20-yard line. It looks like it is enough for a first down, and he went out of bounds to make that play.
Nice catch.
It is enough for a first down for GSL. And he went out of bounds as well, so a 10-yard pickup by Christensen, who's had a case of the drops at times this year, but a big first down reception there with 18 seconds left at the Holy Family 20-yard line. But if you're GSL here, you got to be thinking throw from.
You go to the end, maybe you cut that in half and then get yourself, see where you're at for timeouts and position.
Hand off coming around.
Direct play got blown up before it had a chance. They were trying to do the reverse to Christian. He loses 8 yards on the carry. Play blown up from almost the word go. They barely even got to the opportunity to run the reversal. And a timeout called by GSL. 9 seconds left to go in the first half. GSL trailing Holy Family 21-0. Timeout, Panthers.
This timeout is brought to you by Bruce and Deb of Bergman's Interiors, serving the Glencoe, Hutchinson, and Waconia areas, celebrating over 40 years of service, quality, and value. Call for your free in-home appointment today.
That is that. I don't know, maybe that was the reverse pass we've seen over the years as well. Not going to know because that play was blown up almost before Ruzicka got the first handoff, and he was nearly tackled before he could get the handoff to Christensen.
Yeah, and Christensen was really coming from a trouble there. There's just bodies all around. He was trying to work around people just to get that little flip from Ruzicka, and like you mentioned, from the word go, it was really blown up, and Scott Tripley's probably telling Riley Ruzicka at that point, eat that ball and just run into that pile right there, and we don't lose 8, but GSL is there now. You do look to get some field position here and try to get a 3-point field goal from Damian Silas as you go in half.
Formation 3 wide out, 2 left, 1. Mike Blitz
flips it out, no one there. It's going to be intentional grounding, I believe.
They're going to talk about it. I didn't see a receiver on that half of the field.
There was nobody there. Yep.
There it is, a flag.
And that was the last thing GSL wanted to have happen on that play. Intentional grounding, loss of down, so that just makes it now a Hail Mary to try and end the half. There's not even a
hook and ladder, Hail Mary.
There's not even a thought of a field goal now as they've been bumped back all the way to the 36-yard line.
And now if you're Scott Tripley too, if you do
unless Silas feels like they get a 55-yarder into whatever wind there still is.
Not a bad time to call a time. If you're going to run the ball here, no reason for it, but if you're going to throw one up for grabs, you do want to alert your linemen and the rest of your offense. Chase that ball. Don't give up on the play. You'd hate to see something funny happen with a long interception and a big return.
Barring a defensive penalty, final play of the half. Going to hand it off up the gut. Stifter with it. He gets a couple of yards, then a quick timeout. As that stayed third down and timeout called before time expired. I thought that was fourth down. Isn't there a loss of down? Yeah, it is. Nope, timeout GSL. So they got some yards back.
First down on the reverse. Second down was
the sack, and then the intentional.
So that was third.
Yeah.
So Silas going to come on for a 47-yarder.
So a pickup on that play of 7 gets them back close enough to think field goal, and that's exactly what GSL will do to try and end this half. It is going to be a 47. And why wouldn't you?
Silas will have to get some air on this, but
they have a man deep to return as well.
This would be a big boost for GSL.
47 right hash for Silas. Schwartz the holder. Waiting for the snap. Second official getting into position. Snap is there. Down on the tee. Silas gets the kick away. It's going to be short and to the near side. It's caught in the goal. And it's going to be brought out to the near sideline to the 5, to the 10. Cutting it back to the right is O'Connor, but they cannot return it. It is high school and it is not college. If it is caught in the end zone, it is automatically a touchback, and that will end the half. So as long as the kick got to the end zone, and that was the key, it is not a return for a touchdown. It is different from high school and college in that way. Officials making sure, and that is correct. It is a touchback because it was caught in the end zone. You cannot return one out of the end zone even on a kickoff. That is the way the rules are. So Connor tried to return it for a touchdown. No luck on that, but the field goal missed to end the first half. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll have your halftime report brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. We're back after this 2-minute timeout. Your halftime report and stats after this 2-minute timeout brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota.
For over 23 years, Johnny Rock's Body Shop has been helping people get back on the road. They'll offer free estimates, work with all types of insurance, and offer a lifetime guarantee workmanship. Johnny Rock's Body Shop, 1 mile south of Glencoe on County Road 2 or at 320-894-7664.
For full-service banking, make it Security Bank and Trust Company. See them for checking and savings accounts, home loans, ag loans, home equity loans, and more. Security Bank and Trust Company in Glencoe, Brownton, New Auburn, Winstead, or Plato, plus 7 other locations, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For over 90 years, Harpo Brothers Chevrolet and Buick in Glencoe has worked hard to provide the area with high-quality vehicles at affordable prices. View their entire new and pre-owned inventory online at harpobrothers.com. Your dealer by choice for generations, it's Harpo Brothers Chevrolet and Buick in Glencoe.
Waste Management, the industry's leading environmental services provider, offering a full range of waste removal and recycling services throughout McLeod County and surrounding areas. From everyday collection to environmental protection, think green. Think Waste Management.
For an outrageously great buffet, make sure you stop at Unhinged Pizza in Glencoe. Stop by for their always good pizzas, crazy good chicken, salad bar, and more. Join them for their pizza and pop buffet after every Panther home game for just $7 per person. Plus have your event catered for any occasion. Treat your family to Unhinged Pizza right off Highway 212 East in Glencoe.
Never clean your gutters again.
It may be the most hated chore in America, cleaning the gutters. Get off the ladder and get Gutter Helmet. With the Gutter Helmet lifetime warranty, you'll never clean your gutters again. And if they clog, Gutter Helmet will clean them for free. Gutter Helmet for existing gutters, but if you need new gutters, then get the Glencoe Designer Series gutters. These exclusive designs will look amazing on your home. Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetmn.com.